There's a force universe, and don't ever make a mistake about that. And if it was the only universe there was, God help all of us. It is a force universe. It's built on trickery, and it's built on force. Every single item that you see in a store is condensed energy, existing in space. Every single brick that you see out on the street is a condensation of energy. Any action you see on the part of a massed object is some manifestation of force at work in this universe. And don't think for a moment that a low scale action in this universe will be greeted by anything but force. You can protest, reason, agree, grovel, beg. It does not matter. Force is there heavily and solidly to greet the best of intentions to help. This universe does not care anything for brightness, for aesthetics. You could go out and make the prettiest planet that ever existed in this whole universe solely by your hard work and application and genius. And the force that is this universe could simply roll it up and blow it away without the least tremor. The strong man who uses force, Fort Maine, as his sole criteria of existence is nothing but a brute. He is nothing but a brute. Nevertheless, the strong man who is able to make something in this universe must be able to protect it, because this universe doesn't care. When we talk about this universe, we're talking about energy. The only way an individual can be held into this universe is by a conviction that he cannot handle energy, because this is a universe full of energy and is composed only of energy, which operates in a thing called massed universe space. If you cannot handle energy in its fullest extent, don't think you can be free of this universe or any other one. Force begets force, and he who lives by the sword will die by one, I promise you. But funny thing is, you have to be able to have enough force to use an unlimited quantity of force before you can pass over into a higher band of ethic. One cannot retreat from and cower back from force under any pretext whatsoever and still have a beingness above the level of this universe. A person has to be very, very strong before he can be ethical and completely merciful of his own free will. At the bottom of the scale, a person has been forced to be, and everything affects him. He is an effect of this and an effect of that, and so on. He's still carrying along with him some of his capability. There's still theta there at the bottom of the scale, but not much of it. He has crossed over, you might say, crossed over the span of force on the band successfully. But bluntly, nobody ever crawled out of this universe through the bottom of the hole. Nobody ever got out that way. That's a grave. The only way out is through. You have to be able to conquer the full use and control of any factor of the first dynamic, and having conquered that, the full use, control of the factor of the second dynamic, and the third, and so forth. You have to be willing and capable and in full control of those dynamics before you are free of them. Because always lingering in the back of your mind, no matter how esoteric you may think your ambitions may be, always lingering in the back of the mind is something you can't do. Force. You want to be able to heal somebody at a distance, you have to have the capability of charring them into charcoal at a distance. Don't mistake that one either, because the ability to produce force is the ability to make a strong postulate. And the ability to make a strong postulate alone is capable of controlling the health and beingness of others. So all force is the shabbiest shadow of what can be done, but unless you can make a postulate strong enough to handle force, it is highly unlikely that you can make a postulate strong enough to pervade all through the beingnesses which you would like to help. Tells you a lot about force.